What's my theme music? Let's get to the facts, you know something's cheap. I'm gonna touch that reckless shit, being in my bag, bitch. I'm doing real time.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What the fuck is you talking about?
Who the hell is Kiana, Tommy?
Kiana who?
Oh, you dumb now? You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know no fucking Kiana, man.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Talk is Cheap with Kiana J. I am your host, Kiana J. And I am here with allegedly Lexus with the news today. What is going on, girl?
Okay, so I gotta start with the bad news first. You know that Migos rapper Takeoff was shot and killed a few days ago in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of rappers spoke out, gave their condolences and said how he didn't deserve to die, how he was the one that was always quiet, out of the way. It came a shock to everybody how not only did he get killed, but how he got killed and how they showed his lifeless body. That's just even more sad. He's my era of would have been my legend. So y'all got the Michael Jacksons and all of that. Eventually, he would have become one of my legend for my age group, So it's just really sad, and all this senseless killing is just. It's always the good one.
It's always the quiet ones too. It's kind of like when somebody is driving reckless in the car, the driver never get killed, but the passenger do.
Mm-hmm. Right.
How that
goes.
Right.
Yeah, right.
The loudest one never gets hurt, but the one good,
the innocent bystanders. The innocent bystanders.
Yeah, innocent bystanders. And like they say, he was off to the side, man, his business, drinking his little drink.
Right. Or whatever he was doing. The Atlanta Falcons have paid tribute today for him during their home game against the Chargers. Two other people were shot during that incident, one of them being Quavo's assistant as well. So
what? Quavo's assistant got shot?
Yeah, Quavo's assistant got shot, Takeoff, and then I believe the other person was a woman.
I thought you were talking about 2 different days. I'm like, wait a minute now.
Oh, no.
Oh.
So I hope that they get the person who did it. I don't care whose side they on, whether it's Quavo's side or Jay Prince's side, whoever. I hope they get the killer because it's just really sad. Also, Aaron Carter, who is my era as well, has reportedly passed away at the age of 34. Yes.
Ain't that the Backstreet Boy brother?
Nick Carter?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. You're talking about Nick Lachey or something like that, I believe. But no, his brother Nick Carter and his sister Angel Carter spoke out about how much they, love him and miss him. They sent their post on Instagram about their brother. It's still not clear as to how he died. Maybe it'll come out in the next few days.
He was on drugs.
Yeah, I know. So I'm not sure if that's how he passed away, but
because his skin color, they ain't gonna put it out there like they did DMX.
Yeah, it's gonna be swept under the rug. We might not even hear about it. It might not be mainstream news. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be on here. Oh yes, that's Nick from Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was his younger brother. Yeah, that's why I was like, that's why I know him as like the Backstreet Boy brother.
Wow, that's sad. Well, still 34 is young, so
yeah.
Now Lil Yachty hopped on live to explain Drake's lyrics to his new song Circo Loco. In the song, he has a controversial line where he says, "This bitch lied about getting shots, but she's still a stallion. She don't even get the joke, but she's still smiling." Now, Megan Thee Stallion, because he said stallion, she let all her little fans geek her head up to think that he was talking about her because he said the stallion part, and she thought that he said she was lying about getting shot by Tory Lanez. But in fact, it was confirmed that he was saying that he was talking about a German model is who he's actually talking about, and her name is Elk the Stallion. For years, she had people thinking that her body was real, and it was not too long ago leaked of her old pictures of that her ass was fake. So that's actually who he was talking about. Now,
So she did all that on social media. He wasn't even talking about her.
She had a whole rant disrespecting him, telling him that he suck her pussy.
Yeah,
and
I see
all these niggas is this, and wait till the truth come out. Like she did, and then they was even calling party need to check Drake and this, that, and the other. He wasn't even talking about her. And the only reason Yachty said he was speaking up because he know Drake don't care to clarify it, you know. And I actually found the girl on Instagram. Her name is Elk the Stallion. She's a German model, whatever else she does, but it's right on there, plain as day. So I wonder how she felt.
That's crazy.
I wonder how she felt because she had a rant. Yeah, she had a rant.
Right. I wonder if she gonna issue that man an apology and take accountability that she was wrong and she needs to apologize.
Yeah, she should. She should. That's why I said she should feel stupid because he wasn't even talking about you. If she just shut up sometimes, think everybody, all the men is out to get her. Like
I just feel like people respond to these rappers and singers and thinking they talking about them, and I just feel like, why are you responding? Like,
right?
What? Why is you? My mama always said, if it don't have your name on the letter, do not open it. Mm-hmm. It don't belong to you unless you come out and really
they address it. Unless he blatantly said, and that's what, and then she let these people get her head up and was like, sis, he did basically say your name because he said Stallion, but because his wordplay. But she's a rapper. If you felt that bad about it, you should put it in a song. At least if she would have waited and not responded and said, okay, I'm gonna get him back, I'm gonna put it in a song. She wouldn't have responded how she did as fast, and she could have recanted and be like, oh dang, I'm glad I didn't say what I wanted to say because he wasn't even talking about me. Sneak dissing
is real. Show lives.
Yes.
Show lives. ACN show lives. But my thing is, with the sneak dissing and stuff like that, I just feel like it caused a whole lot of problems that it shouldn't even cause, because half the time these people don't even be talking about the people that be responding to the shit.
And half the time the beefs be made up because of the fans. Like they said that Drake has an issue with Megan because Nicki and Megan has an issue. So he's riding with Nicki automatically because of those things they think in.
But Nicki and Cardi always had an issue. I ain't never heard him.
No, Megan.
Huh?
Megan now. You know, Nicki and
Megan. But what
I'm
saying is, together. I never heard Drake interfere in that beef. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So why would he interfere in this? A lot of what people don't understand, a lot of men stay out of women's shit.
Right.
Because women's shit is messy as hell. Mm-hmm. So men ain't like women when it comes to beefing. Men can beef, and next thing you know, in about 2 weeks, they cool. Like Drake and Chris Brown.
Right.
They damn near about to kill each other over Rihanna.
Right.
Not in videos.
And it's another guy. I cannot think of his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. But he Lamar Hill or Lamar Hill or something like that. I can't, something of that. And Odell Beckham also spoke out about Drake, and Odell was like, he basically is a piece of crap for saying what he said. And then Lamar Hill guy, whatever his name is, Chad, correct me if I'm wrong. He was like, I didn't even have to listen to the song to know, to listen to the whole song to know how he was disrespecting women, and he needs to be canceled this and he needs to be canceled that. So now how does it feel, them two feel, to know that he's not even talking about her? Right. Like everybody just jumping on a bandwagon. Just shut up and mind your own business.
That's it. That's all.
Hey.
She needs to put out an apology. That's just what it is.
Yeah, because just put one sentence and say F.
What kills me is people will go on social media to bash you, but when it comes to apologizing to them, they want to do it in private. No, take your ass Megan Thee Stallion take
Mhm.
your motherfucking ass back on social media and apologize to that man.
Because she didn't just put a one sentence insult or whatever. It was like 3 pages. You know, it
And
come
I'm
up
not
like
even a Drake
Twitter.
fan, but that's just wrong. She wrong for that. And she needs to
Right is
stop
right and
listening
wrong
to
is
them
wrong.
motherfuckers that you don't even know personally.
Right. that if they seen Drake fuck him and suck him in a heartbeat and
Girl,
still be in her comments like, well, he talking about you, so girl, whatever.
that's why that shit be so fucking messy. That shit be messy as hell.
Now, Young Thug lawyer Brian Steele files a motion to get his case dismissed after finding illegal evidence of him renting a car to commit crimes. He says he found proof allegedly that the state illegally acquired evidence of Young Thug renting that car. He files a motion to dismiss the case, and if the case won't get dismissed, to at least suppress all evidence that comes from it. That's deprived from it. Now, if you don't remember, Young Thug and his YSL members are in jail for RICO charges. So that'll be developing. I will keep you guys updated to see if it's the evidence from would be deprived or if the case would be dismissed. He's facing a lot of stuff. So even if they dismiss that part, he still is not. It don't mean he gonna get out of jail. So, Hazel E. claims that she has been experiencing mental, physical, and emotional abuse in her marriage. She asked for prayers so that she can end things amicably. She said that this next part in her journey is going to be hard because she never imagined herself being a single parent and having to raise her daughter by herself, but she can no longer deal with the craziness. Now, I never watched Marriage Boot Camp, but a lot of people in the comments were saying I guess he put her through a lot, or how his character was on the show. She should have divorced him a long time ago, but she seen how he was. She took up for him and still stayed married to him.
You said Hazel E?
Hazel E, yes.
He was there for her money. And you seen that on Marriage Boot Camp.
Yeah, I never watched Marriage Boot Camp.
And she kept saying it though. She
and that's what it's saying. They said she stayed with him, so he was with her for money, and she probably need him for the limelight, the life, the everything that she.
But my thing about that, Alexis, is women that know what they got themselves into, but then come back and say, "I just didn't know I was gonna end up being a single parent." Yes, you did. Right. You knew this shit wasn't gonna last. Right. You knew this marriage was beneficial. That just point and beneficial shit don't last that long when y'all just in it for that reason only. So kill me with that. I'm being single. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club, bitch. Like, I'm just over these folks. Like, don't get on here acting like we didn't watch you on Marriage Boot Camp with this man. Yeah. Saying you knew this man was an opportunist.
I never seen Marriage Boot Camp. But that's what a lot of people in the comments were saying. It's like she still stayed with him, knowing how he was. Like, don't nobody feel sorry for her. Girl. So, but I guess she was saying that he's controlling. He's trying to imply that she was cheating or got caught with a guy or whatever the case may be. So we'll see if she gets the divorce. We'll see how things end with that. Now, the New York Nets, I think it's the New York Nets, have suspended Kyrie Irving for promoting a anti-Semitic film. They gave him 6 things he has to do in order to play again. Number 1, apologize and condemn the movie. He has to make a $500,000 donation to anti-hate causes. He has to do a sensitivity training, a anti-Semitic training. He has to meet with the ADL Jewish leaders and also meet Joe Tsai to demonstrate understanding that he knows, the consequences and, why he's doing, going through the things he's going through. Now,
why he got to do all that?
Because he's Black. That's why. Because if he was white and he made those comments, we probably wouldn't even heard about it. But because he's Black and they want to Yes, we do, Atlanta.
Hey, cuz.
But
Yeah,
yes,
y'all
I
got
don't
all
really
the
get
stories.
into the basketball and stuff like that. But because they're trying to exploit him because he's black, and the Jews own damn near everything. So the same thing that they're trying to do with Kanye West, which is why I
So
see
they trying to
he's
put him
speaking
out
up.
there and whoop his ass in front of everybody to
Yeah,
show,
and
boy,
then
stay in your place.
$500,000 to the anti-hate causes. Y'all, how much money has he donated to help the women's basketball for their salary? And how much food did he donate to different places during COVID? And the good thing, they don't want to speak about the good things he did and the money that he's donated, but you wanted $500,000 to anti-hate causes. Who is that going to? What
Girl,
like it's going in this account, and what does the
these
money go
celebrities that's tied in with these Jewish folks and these white people like
You
that,
can't say nothing no more. You can't have a platform
baby.
and have your freedom of speech anymore because it offends every damn body. You can't say nothing about the gays. You can't say nothing about the Jews. And somebody made a good point. Somebody said slavery started in all the way back here, and the Hitler stuff that they went through with the Jews started here. So they saying that slavery started way before that
Yes.
happened. Yet the
Okay, Cousin Lewis said, but they can make racial moves in movies, and it's crazy that they're trying to prove
right,
Ghost Point.
right, and tell
Jews,
us our
yeah,
history.
ain't coming to the
So
hood. Let me tell you
Nike
something.
also announced Friday that they have suspended their relationship with him as well, and they will no longer launch his new sneakers, the Kyrie 8. So
I'm gonna say this. I do not feel sorry for. I feel sorry about what he's going through, but I don't feel sorry because y'all will do anything for these white folks for some money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will do anything for these Jewish folks and these white people for some money. And then when you finally turn against it, after they gave you your money and they own you.
mm-hmm.
They
You always
literally
been in you got your own money, but you still in a pocket for forever. You
You
forever.
see what Kanye going through? They pulling everything from him. So at the end of the day, they own you. So what they doing is they gonna put you in the front of everybody, like they doing Kanye, and we gonna whip your ass. Since you want to talk shit against us, and you know we own you, we gonna whip your ass in front of everybody.
And
we gonna take this from you. We gonna.
I would have just retired.
Yeah, we gonna put you in front of everybody. We're gonna make you apologize. We're gonna make you do all this stuff to back out what you said, because you're gonna learn today. And what your parents say, you gonna learn today.
And that's still not gonna be good enough for him. Watch. He's still gonna probably lose deals and some of everything else up under the table that they're not showing.
You're
a lot
right,
of people are saying he needs to just go ahead and stay at home because y'all wouldn't have made him an example.
That contract is a receipt. Let me
tell
you,
fuck them and retire. And
you sell your soul to these white folks, they gonna take it and they gonna do everything with it that they can. And you step out of line if you want to. They gonna whoop your ass in front of everybody, and then everybody that they got in their pockets, they gonna make them stand around and look what he's getting. Look what he's getting. Y'all about to stop playing with us. Y'all know we run this shit. Y'all know we run y'all. That's still slavery. It's just y'all got some money.
Right. And then if people always say, "Oh, you can't deal with black folks because they be late, they don't be on time, they unprofessional." Shit, I'd rather deal with that when I become rich
I'd rather be broke
than the white folks. At least I know what I'm getting
myself into. Over here.
At least I know my people. What I'm getting myself into.
Yeah, he should have retired though. But he should have retired. Yeah, he should have just left it. Now, well, he ain't got no other choice. So,
or he should have retired and then put out that movie that he's supporting. Then that would have been a slap in the face to him.
I sure want to go see it because I want to see what's all the hype about.
Oh, I want to see that movie with Will Smith too, Emancipation. I think it's called. I know that's gonna be good. Now, Florida Medical Board votes to ban gender affirming care for transgender youth. The doctors in Florida will no longer be allowed to provide treatments such as
Yeah,
puberty
they do
blocking.
you cousin everything they tied to. Go ahead, Alexis.
What was I saying? The doctors in Florida will no longer be allowed to provide treatments such as puberty blocking medications, hormone therapy, and surgery to transgender individuals under the age of 18. Their governor, Ron DeSantis, and other Republicans aim to limit access to the treatments for minors, despite doctors and mental health specialists telling them that it's safe and beneficial. They don't give a damn. They said they don't want that going on in the state of Florida, which I kind of feel like I understand. Like, at least be 18 years old to make up your mind that this is something you really want to do. But then I can't put myself in their shoes to know how they feel, and they want something so bad, and the law is telling them that they can't do it. So I feel like
when they turn 18, they should be able to.
That's why I say 18 is a fair age.
Because they are adults. Legally,
you're not 21, but 18,
prison,
you make decisions like that
if
of your own.
They can go into the prison system at 18, they can make adult decisions at 18. Mm-hmm. Okay. But you cannot tell these people what they can do after that. That's just
right.
That's just.
And then you got to think about the parents who's trying hard to tell their kids, just come on, give it one more chance, or this is not really what you want to do. They fighting their kid like, no mom, no dad, this is what I want to do. The law is available for me to do it, so I'm going to do it. And if it's available for them to do it, they gonna do it. But Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade's ex-wife is saying that he's out to do it for what she say, beneficial gain. So she wants the judge to block it and have their son or daughter Zaya wait till she's 18 as well. So
yeah, I just feel like when they turn 18,
I agree too. I feel like
I just feel like when they turn 18, if it's something that you want to do, you can do it. But if I'm against it, I just feel like you shouldn't be in my home if that's something you want. Because you want to make. I'm an advocate, and my kids will tell you this. As you do grown people shit, you do grown people shit out there. Because I'm the only one grown in this house. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But I feel where she coming from, and everybody's
paying the bills. You know what I'm saying?
People
so
people don't see the picture of where she's saying how is it beneficial to him, and he got money and this, that, and the other. But I personally feel like he a little fruity, he's zesty, and he's living through his son. That's why he's pushing him to.
But everybody used to. Allegedly, I'm gonna say.
Allegedly, I feel like he's a little zesty. Yeah, and I feel like he's living through his son, and with his son like that, he wants him to live his truth. So he's pushing it, and the mother is like, hold on, shit, at least wait till he's 18. Even if this is something my son does want to do, let it be just solely their decision, and you know. Don't live your life through me. Let me do this because I want to do this wholeheartedly.
Right.
So, and Gabrielle Union, I never really cared for Dwayne Wade or Gabrielle Union. So I don't care for them as a couple. I feel like she's in his ear as well. And she's been manipulative. But I don't know. Allegedly, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Now, Salt-N-Pepa received their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Last week, we talked about the other ladies group. So it's only right that Salt-N-Pepa and DJ Spinnerella.
I hope they added Spinnerella because they be trying to get my girl out.
And they tried to do it in that movie, too. They tried to play her like she wasn't a part of the Salt-N-Pepa.
She's been there since the beginning. No,
they give her credit. So yes, Salt-N-Pepa and DJ Spinnerella did all three was there to get their Hollywood Walk of Fame.
That's the only thing I don't like about Salt-N-Pepa. They be trying to play spin.
Yeah, my mom said the same thing, but they did have other rap legends there to support them, like Roxanne Shante. I'm not sure who that is, and they had MC Light. I know who MC Light is, but I'm not sure who Roxanne Shante is. But I guess she's a female rap legend.
Yeah.
Now
I'm happy they did get it. It's well deserved. I love Sasha.
yes,
What a man! What a man! What a
you
man!
see, life is short. Give these people they flowers while they here. Like take
Yeah.
said.
Don't wait till they dead.
Yeah. Now, Keisha Cole said she took her son DJ out of Kanye's down to school after he said that he was back to shoot the school up. She said she wasn't sure what that meant, but that scared her a little bit. And with his rants he's doing on social media, she didn't want to take any chances, so she unenrolled him from his school. And she also mentioned that there was never an NDA signed, so maybe that's another reason why she took him out, because there wasn't any security, you know.
Yeah, Roxanne was the first lady of rap. She ain't got no star. Roxanne, she have a star.
Roxanne.
Yeah, she first lady of battle rap.
I gotta look her up.
And that's the problem. Nobody know who she is. She even got a movie out about it, and she first one to do it. I ain't even gonna lie to you, and she was wrong. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
A rap battle?
Huh?
A rap battle?
Yeah, she was the first woman for a rap battle. She used to eat them niggas up.
I'm looking at her too. I don't know why she looked familiar.
You should watch her documentary. Her movie. It's good.
What is it called? She out of New York.
Roxanne.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Now, Eric Holder, the killer of Nipsey Hussle, filed a motion for his premeditated murder conviction for Nipsey to be reduced to voluntarily manslaughter, and he won a delay in sentencing due to an inconsistency in the jury's verdict. So, if he's dropped to voluntary manslaughter versus premeditated murder, he will get a reduced sentence. So, and last but not least, the gunman responsible for carrying out the 2018 Parkland mass shooting was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Nicholas Cruz, who is now 24 years old, pled guilty to 17 counts of murder, of attempted murder in Parkland, Florida, where he killed 14 students and 3 staff members. He's received a life sentence for each of the 34 counts he received. So he has a few life sentences without the possibility of parole, which is only fair. Finally, a white person did this, gets thrown up under the jail. But he's alive to tell it, you know, unfortunately. That's
Jeffrey Dahmer and black people, they you know.
They thought he was disgusting, but he helped them along the way, so that's why he made it too. And you see, he was taken out. Him and the other one that was killed with him both deserved it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
shit like that.
You know what? This justice system that we live in, girl, all I do is stay out the way.
Look, I hate murders. I hate that. I hate violence. I hate guns, all that type of stuff. But if you're somebody that kills somebody because of how can I say it? Because you're a pedophile and stuff like that, I feel like those type of things, those type of murders are justified. And if you just go killing somebody because they put too much mayonnaise on your sandwich, or because they looking at you crazy, or because they got the shoes on that you want and you just blatantly kill them.
And the laws are changing. People are not going to be locked up no more for kidnapping and shit like that. Or, you know, doing
even murders. In Chicago, like they coming out with that law.
And once they do it in Chicago, they're going to do it everywhere else, and it's not going to be safe out here for folks.
And that's starting next year in Chicago, I believe, because I said I was going to go to the city a few times before that happened, and I'm still staying my butt home.
Yeah, ain't nobody it's already as bad there as it is. It's gonna be worse. So right. All I say, y'all people,
for the good and the bad neighborhoods, because all the bad people gonna do is go to the good neighborhoods. Now that they know that the cops can't respond and do what they do, they can't even arrest you. All they can do is give you a ticket.
Yeah.
So
People
they gonna
house
be
is
like,
about
oh,
to be
that's a slap
robbed and
on the
everything.
wrist.
People house is about to be robbed and
Yep.
everything. Like it's about to be a whole
The
chaos out there.
suburbs, all of that.
And I'm staying my ass right here until they move it here. And once they move it here, I move somewhere else. Look.
Listen.
Shit. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing
I
this.
leave Milwaukee, I'm thinking Arizona or Texas. And Texas, they just as bad with the violence almost.
Because everybody moving there.
Everybody moving there. And it's the highest Houston. It's it's Houston, is Austin, and
I want to go where ain't nobody living. Yeah.
It's big.
I'm going to South Dakota.
See, I'm going to Idaho. Like, Jim Jones' mama had that shirt on and said, Idaho? No, Idaho. But that is all the news I have for Allegedly Alexis today.
All right. Thank you, girl. Appreciate you. See you next week.
See you later. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, there was some stories for ya. I tell you, these folks out here just cutting up like ain't no cutting up. Is that a split? I split between two screens. So hey y'all. Them stories was off the chain today. So hey y'all. Okay, so while we wait on my guest to get here, I don't know if he texts me or not because I am on Do Not Disturb. How y'all doing? It's Big K, Kiki, whatever y'all gonna call me. Just call me the right thing and not the wrong thing, because you already know how that's gonna end up. No, let me just I don't know why we talking shit, but today's show is about men that can do everything, family, job, church, get some men that probably in the church, you know what I'm saying? Because they probably don't do as much as the men that's not in the church, you know what I'm saying? Little chain. But I just want to know, like, how they keep everything together, you know what I'm saying? Is it, you know what I'm saying, like, blam, blam, boom, how can you do everything, I just feel like women, we do a lot, also family, but when we do it, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. When we do it, we neglecting something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we work, we probably neglect at home a little bit. If we home doing stuff, we probably neglect and work a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you miss a couple Sundays at church. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. You know what I'm saying? I love it so. Because it's true. It's true. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. But, yeah, so I just want to know. He told me he was at Walmart, so he probably running a little late. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But let me see here. Says here. Okay, he's backstage. Tom! Hold on. Let me see. I wonder if he's still back there. Say he backstage. I gotta text my producer. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into this. I do apologize, but yeah, so y'all bear with me, and stuff. Cause hold on, Milwaukee. I feel first reporter, I'm gonna be at 5. Okay, so yeah, once I can get in touch with my producer, I don't know if he's sitting at his computer. Usually when my show goes on, he probably don't sit there the whole time. Sometimes he do, sometimes he don't. My guest, he's saying he backstage waiting to come in, and he can't come in unless my producer bring him in. So I'm trying to figure out like what is going on right about now. Hello. If not, y'all just gonna have me, I guess, because I ain't got no response. Okay, I'm getting a response from one. Okay. He see me. Hey, I'm trying. It's my producer. I don't think my producer there to let you in. That's what I'm thinking. So let me call him. Hold on, because I don't think he's at the. I don't think he's at the. At the thing, y'all. Hold on. I don't think he's at the computer. Hello?
Hey.
Oh, okay. He let you in. Okay. Look. I was sitting here like, okay, I can't let you in. It's from his end. So. But hey,
No,
thanks
I've
for
been
joining me today.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
I had to make it up for the last time.
You knew I felt some type of way too.
I know. That's why I was all the sorries, and I can get on now. Look, I get on from church. Then you was like, if you can get on from church, you should have. Yeah, hey, I was gonna work it out because I felt bad. You know me, I'm a person, I'm a man of my word. So
yeah, you know, you one of my closest friends. So at the end of the day, you know, I know it's no ill intent behind some of the stuff you do. So it's fine. That's why, you know.
That's multiple.
Even though we have it out sometimes, you know, we always make up because, you know, I understand you as the years go by.
I'm stretched thin sometimes.
You know, I appreciate you though, because you're one of my friends that do come through for me when I do need you. So I appreciate that. I always will appreciate that. So for y'all who don't know, y'all probably see him in my comments a lot. This is Walter. Walter, y'all probably heard people speak on him because he be in the comments. So, you know, and I always say, no, me and Walter can only just be friends.
That's a whole long story.
Yeah, but that's my friend Walter. Hey, Walter, thank you for coming. Now, I picked
Kiki.
I picked you because you are one of the ones that do work, family, and church and stuff, and still have time for like vacations and trips and stuff like that. So I just because as a woman, I say it's cool if y'all do it. It's a problem if we do it. As women, we have to balance a lot of that stuff too. But if we neglect a little bit of the home, it's a problem.
I get it. I understand that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm working and I'm good at my job, I have to take on a little more work. I'll probably miss cooking you a few meals. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or I probably miss something with the kids that you might have to do. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. If I'm always at home, take care of home, I'm not doing my job where most likely sooner or later I end up losing it. Then I'm not making no money to help out in the household. You know what I'm saying? How do you, as a man, able to maintain all the things, work, family, church, and still enjoy life?
So you make it a priority for one, but also it's the people that surround me. So I don't do it all. I try, but it's called, you know, humbling yourself and you know, talking to somebody like my wife, like, hey, I need help with this, I need this, I need other things helping out. Call my people, call one of my close friends. It's just about asking for help when you need it. But also, I think I might have told you this quite a few times. I don't live to work; I work to live. So I make sure my work-life balance is on point, so I'm able to take trips. I'm able to actually spend time at home. I'm able to actually enjoy um, my spiritual life as far as going to church, my children, all those different things, because you have to be intentional with everything you do.
And you
So
go
you
to
have
the
to
gym
make sure,
too.
yeah. But it's all about what you do. So I go in the gym. I go in the gym either early in the morning, so 5:45 in the morning. Get my youngest dressed when I come back. You know, come back, take my shower, get my youngest dressed, take him to school. I work from home. I think that's the best thing is ever is I work from home. So that makes everything just hella easy. So working from home has been dramatically changed how my life work balance happens, because without that I wouldn't be able to do half the things I do now. So I work out 5:45 in the morning, get Khalil ready, take him to school, come back, work, pick him up from school, um, spend time with my wife. We watch whatever TV show she loves because it's about quality time. And then turn around and spend time with my kids. So no matter that be my oldest who's 18, who want to talk about cars, who want to talk about TikTok, want to talk about sports, or Khalil, who's my youngest, who want to just talk about Pokemon and Bluey and all those different things. But between me working from home and having people I can rely on and talk to, I wouldn't be able to do it.
I just want, okay,
And
so in the beginning, when you and your wife got married, was it hard for both of y'all to be in that situation? Like her working and you working, and who was it harder on, you or her?
it was, I'll be truthful, it was harder on her because when we moved to Madison, all her family was here. So she was the one that was doing everything as far as making sure my oldest had daycare, my oldest had somebody to pick him up. Like she was in charge of all that stuff because her family, I wasn't really at the time close with her family. We got closer along, you know, as time went on. So she was in charge of all that. So it made it harder because she had to maneuver that. She had to maneuver the fact being a wife, being a mother, and being somebody who just finished student teaching and started becoming a teacher. So all that, everything was on her shoulders. And then that's why I would try to help out at home. I would cook, do laundry, and just try to help out as much as I could. But it was all her. Like that, she's definitely the backbone of this shit.
But did you feel any type of neglect? Because like I said before, it's always, you can do all that. Did she complain about you? Do she complain about you doing all that?
Yeah, but it's not even complaining. I think I might have mentioned this before to you before, the love languages. So her love language is quality time. So we have communication where we talk and we like, hey, my thing is I love sex. I'm just gonna put it out there, sex, public display of a PDA, touch, feel, all that affection. So when things was happening like that, it was more of a communication. So if anyone has read that book, they talk about how your love tank is. So I just mentioned like, hey, my love tank is empty. So, and she like, what you mean? I said, I'm not seeing you. I ain't seeing you naked. I like seeing you naked all the time. You know, I'm nasty. So, and she, and she would just basically she understood, and it wasn't it wasn't a situation where I need to have it 5 times a week or anything like that. It was just the fact that I needed to be able to have some affection, and her being taking some initiative or being intent about it. So that's what happened with that. And then the same way with me, like even now, she'd be like, "Hey, well, like right now I'm in the basement, my man cave, and if I'm downstairs and I'm doing sports and all this, and I'm not seeing her, she's like, you've been downstairs a little bit too long. I need to spend some time with you." So it's not even an argument. It's just about it's a feedback and good communication. So we actually able to make sure our love tank is actually filled up for each other. And that's why I always make sure, like even with trips, I always make sure me and her take a trip each year. So I'm jumping around. So with the trips, I usually take about 4 trips a year. So it'll be a trip for the family, a trip for the whole family, a trip for me and my wife, a men's trip, and then she take her trip. So I basically pay for those. I'm not bragging or nothing, but it's just a situation how it's turning out.
I ain't bragging or nothing, but
so it's just basically I take care of them. So and then like now we're going to go to Vegas in a few days. So,
right.
But it's all taken care of. But it's you be intentional and you spend time with her. So I know my love language. Her love language is quality time. So what's the best way? You spend quality time. You make a trip for each other, and we went to New Orleans this year, so we were able to spend some time, and then it's reflected. And when your love tank is full on one end, you're gonna want to make sure that his love tank is full on the other end. So it's no complaints because there's constant communication.
Right. What I be saying is some men can't handle everything that you handle in a day. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just the honest truth. Like at the end of the day, it takes a special kind of person to be able to manage, like I said, you church, job, gym, family. You have a wife and 2 kids, right?
Yeah, 2 kids. And one of them 18, so I really got to be intentional on what I'm doing with him, because now it's not even about what's happening in the household. Whatever he does affects his life. So he can do.
And that's what I'm saying, because you do so many things, do it affect what is going down by the wayside? Like, what is the least thing that you
work? I'm gonna be real. Dead serious. So I got it set up so, like I said, I work from home, but I got hella vacation time. I just use it just to be using it, because it'd be times where I do need to be like, hey, I'm gonna spend a day with my son, or hey, we finna go fishing, or it'd be like I was even. It's funny because I was even a referee for my youngest for his flag football. And then I brought my oldest in to be a referee too. So that was our way of spending time together. So it's about figuring out what you're doing and being able to combine all of them at the same time. So, but of course you're gonna have different times where something lays to the wayside. Like I said, my wife, I don't spend the quality time like I need to all the time, and she tells me. But at the same time, she works, so I'm able to actually maneuver and do shit while she at work. So I'm able to actually spend time with my son because I work from home. He's here. My oldest, I'll be like, me and him, we chop it up. We might lift during lunch. We might just have a talk, or it's just figuring out ways. This is about maneuvering. End of the day, we got to figure out a way as people to maneuver within our schedule. It's only 24 hours a day. So if you out here doing all this extra shit, it ain't gonna work out. You do within your means. And even now, like I'm even dealing with the loss of my dad. So I lost my pops 2 months ago. My mom had a stroke 2 years ago, so I take care of her. So
right, and then your best friend.
Look, and that's another thing. Best friend is in jail, so it's crazy, you know. So I hear from him 3 times a day. Like he called me 3 times a day. Like, bro, I need you to help. I need this. I need this. I need this. So I just, but it's all, the best thing is I'm working from home. So I don't know everybody got that same benefit. The best thing is I'm working from home, and I'm on a job where I don't need to be on no phone. I'm an accountant, so I just do spreadsheets, I do reports, take care of that shit, and I'm done for the day. So I might be done. You know what? Let me make sure. Okay. I might be done by 12, and then I'm able to do other shit. I don't want to be snitching on myself. But I might be done by 12, and I'm able to do other shit and take care of the shit around the house. So that works out for me.
How's your stress levels?
High as fuck. but that's also where my spirituality comes in. Because I meditate, I pray, I read the word whenever I can. But shit, it's through the roof. Because I got so many people that depend on me. I ain't got no choice but to stand 10 toes down and take care of what I got to take care of. So that.
Do you feel like church help you with a lot of the stress that you're going? Because me knowing you don't speak on a lot of things that should be spoken. Which most men are like that. Don't speak on things that bothers you the most. You know what I'm saying? It's like with my male friends, it's like pulling teeth from you niggas. Like, I know something's wrong. Just tell me what the fuck is wrong. Like,
because we niggas, men don't. A lot of times, men hold a lot of weight on their shoulders and don't tell the world what's going on. Don't even tell their women what's going on, because as men we were raised to be, hey, we stand up niggas, stand up guys. You got to take care of your shit and keep it moving. We ain't got time. Like, I got to make sure, like I said, I got to make sure my mom good. My pops is over here in the creek, in the urn. I got my youngest. I got the oldest, who I got to make sure he good and make sure he stay on the on the straight and narrow. And then I got a wife I got to take care of. I got a house. I got a mortgage, other shit, other properties, all that shit. You just got to take care of shit.
So stress is up here.
Yeah, daily life. That's daily life. It's daily life. It's sad, but I also what I actually have learned, I actually go to a therapist too. So, with people out there, black men, hey, go see a therapist. Ain't nothing wrong with a therapist.
Say it for the people in the back.
Nothing wrong with a therapist.
Say it
nothing
for
wrong
the
with a
people
therapist.
in the back.
I swear it is nothing, because the stress level is high, but also they teach you how to deal with it, how to cope with it, how to be in the moment and actually enjoy the moment. And it's crazy. You never realize when that's why I mentioned meditate. Meditation is really big with therapy, because you in the moment. You stop, you breathe, you listen to your breathing, you feel the air on you. If you have some music in the background, you listen to the music, the raindrops, and you in the moment. And it actually relieves a lot of stress that you have, because all stress is consciously and unconsciously thinking about shit going on in your life. Shit that you can't control. The shit you control, you take care of. The shit you can't control, you steady thinking about. Meditation actually helps relieve that, because it's like it quiets those thoughts down. So that was typically about. So I try to do that. I do that, I want to say, every morning. So every morning before I get up at 5:15 in the morning. And I'm gonna tell you this too. Let me just sidebar. For all you guys that stressed out, wake up earlier. Don't wake up at 9 o'clock talking about I'm pissed, I'm stressed out. Wake up earlier, because you only got 24 hours in a day. If you wake up earlier, you actually can achieve a lot more. It's even based on numbers. Statistics even stated. So I wake up early. I'm able to meditate, pray. That's the first thing I do. Before I pick up a phone, before I do anything, I breathe, I meditate, and then I pray. And then I be on bullshit and be on Facebook.
Cousin Lewis say you speaking facts and truth. I just feel like the order in which it's received, you right, get up early, pray. Prayer is very, very, very important. Now I never meditated because I tried once and I fell asleep. You know.
But Daphne, you think about it. If you that relaxed for meditation, that's good.
Because
so don't trip on it. Like, yeah. But also that's another thing. Stress plays a part in our sleep. We need to sleep more. Everything is a balance. But even let me go back to even what we were talking about how women are perceived as, neglected in other areas. It's about the motherfuckers you working with.
Yeah.
If they can't understand what you're doing, my brother told me best. He was like, women want a man that works, but when he working, you mad that he ain't at home. So do you want a working man, or do you want a lazy nigga that can spend all his time with you?
You know what? I was just saying this to somebody. This guy I was just saying, because he worked from like 10 in the morning to 2 in the morning. And I'm like, damn, that's a long ass day. Like, that shit long as hell. Like the fuck?
16 hours. That's 16 hours.
Like, God damn. But he say, I work so much, so when I do have time to actually get out and date, or I will have time built up to do that. You know what I'm saying? I can make time for stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And what women don't understand, which you were saying, a woman that don't understand, they want certain things, they want a certain lifestyle, but they want me to give it to them without having to work for it, because they want me to be under them. And I, as a woman, I just feel like if your woman wants you under her all the time, what the fuck is she doing all that?
Exactly. But you know what's crazy?
Most of the time, y'all shouldn't have time for each other, because both of y'all probably should be working.
Exactly. If you have this is one of the best things I also found out, like even in marriage. If you have your life and she has her life, you don't make each other y'all lives like that. So y'all bring your life together at certain points in time. So instead of, if you have your life and she has her life, you ain't 24/7 like, what you doing, baby? What you doing, baby? What's this? What's going on?
Right.
Why you ain't doing this? Hey, I ain't got time for that. Let's build together. Let's make our money together, and then when we come together, we can do whatever we want.
Right.
It ain't like when because that stresses out too. You can't have stress at home. You can't have stress at home at all.
Exactly. And that's another thing, like, with y'all being so busy and stuff like that, home should be a place where y'all come together and just relax, both of y'all.
We do.
But do you also cook and clean too now?
Yeah, I do laundry. I clean.
Because I'm saying this because most men, we want y'all to work. We want y'all to work. We want y'all to take care of the kids. We want y'all to cook us a meal. We want you to keep the house clean. We want you to go to church. We want you to you want a woman to do all these things. And basically, as long as you're going to work and making the money, that's all you do.
That shit. Look, this ain't the 60s or 70s. Hey, I'm just saying, you call me.
And then they feel like, but if you out here working, then you're not taking care of home.
And like, no, and I'm not gonna knock how they was raised. I was raised by my mom. My mom was a working woman, so I understand how tough it is when she out here working, coming home, making sure food on the table and all this shit. So she was bringing the bacon and cooking it. So me personally, I never want to see a woman doing that. So my thing is, I'm gonna make sure I help out. If you come home late, or I got Khalil. I mean, of course, I got my youngest, but I'm also make sure that I clean. I cook sometimes. I don't cook all the time because when it's time to cook, some days I'll be like, hey, I'm just gonna order takeout. But no, I don't. There is no. I'm gonna say this. There is no actual as far as what I expect. No, we two working people, and if I'm tired, I know you tired. So if you want to cook, you want to cook. If you don't, we gonna order takeout. That's why. Look, that's one of the reasons why we make money. Shit, I'm like, hey,
Right.
shit, Panera, Chinese food, whatever it be.
It's a team effort.
To work out. Yeah, but everything ends with communication. The problem is niggas have expectations. I mean, I'm not gonna put all on niggas because I don't want to bash nobody. Niggas and women have expectations.
Both.
The problem is exactly when those expectations are not communicated to the next person and then compromised from that point. There has to be a compromise in between. Because if you ain't compromising, that shit is any relationship is bound to fail from that point. It's got to be a compromise. So you have to be able if you like to cook, you want to cook 5 days a week, or if you want to cook your Sunday meals and that's what you stand on, that's what you do. I'm gonna be there for it. I will respect it. I'm for it. But then I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna take care of whatever other part do. Like I hate doing dishes, but if you cook 5 days a week and you like, dude, I was raised that I cook and the other person clean, and we come into a clear communication, then I'm down for that. Right. I'm not gonna be the one that it's about everything is communication. If we in this shit together, this is how it's gonna work. Shit don't work out when y'all have expectations and it's not communicated because it's not gonna get met then. And that's how it goes.
I have a question. Is marriage the hardest thing you ever had to do in your life?
Yes, and you know that.
I ain't never been married, so.
No, I'm talking about just from our conversations. You know that.
Oh yeah. I know that. But
exactly.
I'm asking you because I talk to a lot of married people. Some people that wants to leave their marriage. Some people who want to stay in their marriage and work it out. Some people who just there because they don't want to be alone. And some that are actually happy to be married who've not been through the trials and tribulations and worked on it because both of them took accountability of the issues that they were having.
Without a doubt. And I'm the latter part. So I'm that part where we done went through it. We done chopped it up. We done communicated. We done read. We done went to marriage counseling. We done did everything we needed to do to make sure we was gonna survive. There were times where, of course, I was not happy. There was times she wasn't happy. But at the end of the day, once again, it goes in communication. If you don't talk and let somebody know how you feeling, you need shit balled up inside, it ain't gonna do nothing but hurt the marriage. So marriage is definitely the hardest thing.
I was asking because some people nowadays in marriage give up too quickly. They make friendships, they give up too quickly. Marriage history, they give up too quickly. And relationships, they give up too quickly. And I just feel like nowadays, that's why I will never be in a relationship or a marriage because nobody understands trials and tribulations. Everybody just want to run off. And I'm the type person, you run off from me, you can't come back.
Ain't no coming back. But I call that's a microwave relationship because microwaves, we push it in, we want the shit to happen the way we want it to happen within minutes. It don't work that way. You have to put in the work. And if you work through a relationship trial by fire, that shit gonna come back even better than it did before.
Right.
You never know what you get out of something until you put that work into it. So you never know how.
Have y'all took a break?
Even with marriage, like even going back to marriage, I wouldn't. Essentially, there was a possibility where it was happening. It wasn't an official break. It wasn't an official break, no. But we were at an end where we was at a point where we didn't know what was going to happen.
Okay.
So we decided to be like, okay, we just don't, she look, we were mad at each other, and it was moments and times where we just couldn't stand each other. So it's as simple as that. But it comes to a time where you have to be able to say, you know what, I did this in front of God. This ain't even about in front of everybody else. I did this in front of God. I'm about, my vows, they mean something. And you gonna work it out. Either we gonna work it out or let's end it all. I'm not gonna be just sitting here in limbo.
I'm sorry, I'm cooking. If you see me moving around a lot, I'm cooking.
It's good.
Look, I'm a woman. I still have to do my job and still take care of home.
Look, the definition of what you're dealing with right now. So it shouldn't be men. It should be you women. I'm gonna be real. This should be something about for women. I'm being serious. Like, I'm gonna tell you this. Like as a guy that has been raised by a woman, y'all don't get enough credit for what y'all do. Women don't. Like, and then even at the same time, especially women that are in relationships, not only that, they take care of what they do at home, they take care of family, and then they be like, oh, I'm gonna bust it down for you.
Yeah.
Bust it down. Let me get naked for you. So
yeah. My cousin, he was saying, like, if you wanted to work, you would make it work. And some people don't put in the work. Love will prevail. But when y'all was going through y'all stuff, did it affect your work? Did it affect any other aspects of your life?
Everything. It affected everything.
Okay.
Because this is the person you want to spend your life with.
Right.
So when it's not only a situation where you feel like shit is failing from the outside looking in, but it's also it's your heart. Like, you love this person, and you might have some differences at the time. You might not be getting what you want, but like even when discussing shit and being in therapy, everything went back to communication. Everything happened because of miscommunication. End of the day, everything happened because it was miscommunication. It wasn't a situation where I was mad. I hate her, she hate me. It was miscommunication. It was we not having enough time for each other. We couldn't actually express how we was feeling without somebody else being defensive. You let the defenses down. You let somebody in and say, "Hey, I feel this way. I'm feeling this way." And you was actually able to get some shit, or you was able to achieve something because you actually was able to get something across without an argument happening. And that's all it was. Miscommunication, end of the day.
I guess it's just like, I just want to know, like, how y'all able to maintain it all and still be married for so long. Because I'm just saying, y'all do a lot.
We do, but like I said, like I might be redundant, and I'm gonna keep saying this: communication. Like, I swear, communication is the key to all this shit. Y'all need to understand. All it takes is 2 minutes of you calling me.
Nobody want to communicate. Everybody just shuts down.
Exactly.
Shut down. Exactly. It's just like shut down, like shut down central. And you know me, I'm a communicator. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Now you know that.
Oh, I do. I do. I've heard it quite a few times from you. This is why we're great friends, because you look, communication is the key, and then also at the same time with communication, you have to hold each other accountable, and you have to be the one and be like, you know what, I fucked up. That's my bad. That's me. And then own up to your faults, because if you own up to your faults, the defenses don't go up. You're vulnerable. You're able to receive what's been discussed, and she's able to receive what we've been discussed, and then we move forward. It's everything. At the end of the day, we in marriage, in relationships, as we grow older, people change. You have to relearn people. So it's a constant learning situation. So if something happens and that person feel offended or that person feel mad and they communicate it to you, at that point, that's something you tally up. Okay, you know what? Not to do this. I'm not going to do this no more. Or I'm going to try not to do this. That's what it's about. And that's what communication comes to.
Yeah, because like I said, y'all do a lot. She do a lot, you do a lot, and like you said, but I think the fact that the trips, like you take your trips, she take her trips, and then y'all take y'all trips, I think that's the bombest shit ever. And the reason why I say that is because some men don't want to do shit. They don't want to do shit. They just want to marry you, sit you in the house, and we just look at each other for the rest of our lives.
No,
The same routine every day. Like,
it's crazy. No, like I'm planning a trip with my guy Cordell, and we're going to Mexico. We're going to Phoenix, Mexico, a lot of whole different places in between, in April. And then in July, we're going to Florida, and then we're going to Costa Rica, just me and Candace.
mm-hmm.
And then in December, I'm going to Africa for my birthday. So it's just, it's you have to be able to, like I said, I mentioned this shit before. You have to be able to work to live.
You told me that. You used to tell me at all the time because I was just working just to pay bills. And you told me, no, do not do that. Work to live.
You're not gonna be happy.
Not work to pay bills.
Yeah, because you.
But I always felt like if I don't pay, I gotta work to pay these bills because if I don't pay these bills.
but hold on. But you travel, right? And you still pay your bills, right?
Right.
What's the difference? You intentional about putting money to the side for a trip.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it comes down to. It ain't, I gotta pay these bills. No. You put money to the side. I'm being intentional. You know what? I'm gonna look for some tickets. Like all it takes is, and the problem is, there's a misconception where they feel like trips are expensive. Trips ain't expensive. You catch a flight, like right now, a trip to Cuba. Matter of fact, trip to Cuba. So a trip to Cuba round trip is $350. Round trip.
Who going to Cuba?
I'm just saying, like, I want to go to Cuba, but I'm just
you
saying,
want to go to Cuba?
A trip to Cuba. I do want to go to Cuba, but I'm not going. But I'm saying a trip to Cuba, just random shit. A trip to Cuba is $350.
That ain't bad at all.
It ain't bad at all. This is round trip. Round trip $350. That's a flight to Vegas. I literally just paid that to go to Vegas, or to go to Vegas next week. $350. That's crazy. And y'all don't want to get up and go to Cuba. And then the passport ain't number $150, and that's for 10 years. 10 years you have a passport. Just go do the shit. All it takes is the first step is looking it up. You know what? I could like when we want some shoes, we buy some shoes. When we want this, we want to go out and go like even like Lil Boosie. All the people that want to see Lil Boosie, all the people that ain't been on trips and went to see Lil Boosie, they could have saved that Lil Boosie money and went to, and put some money to the side for the trip. It's simple as that. It's about being intentional about what you want to do.
Yeah.
We put so much like, I gotta work to pay bills. No, you work to pay bills, but then you get you a bottle or something. That bottle or something. Put that money to the side. You can drink that bottle when you're on the trip.
Yeah.
Put that $50 to the side of each check, and then save it for a year. You'll be straight. It's just about what you want to be intentional about.
That is so true. You right about that. Cause I show like your ass be gone, and I be like,
shit, you been gone too. Look, I was happy.
Well, these last
take
few
a random
years,
trip.
With me and both our fathers passing and stuff, it's been, and I'm a single household by myself, so
exactly.
It's a little harder for me.
Mm-hmm.
To do and the things I want to do, because my bill, I have big bills. I have a big ass house. You know what I'm saying? So
look, you gotta clap that up. Big ass houses.
So it's basically, I'm trying to get back to that traveling life right now. You know what I'm saying? I had a setback last year. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm human. I had a setback. My father passed away. I went into, depression and went into a little bit of debt because, it was just too much for me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm still grieving, I'm getting my life back on track right now. And as I do that, it's coming with obstacles, car. Now that I'm trying to get stuff together, the car messing up. Things happening. And life is happening right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm Kiana. I'll figure it out. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do it. But I'm gonna get back there. I next year definitely I'm gonna be back there, like traveling and stuff like that. Because again, it's just me. And if I have to travel by myself, I'm gonna travel by myself. I ain't in a relationship, so sometimes I might have to get on that plane alone.
Yeah, and I did that actually. I did a solo trip for my birthday last year. So I went to Vegas and I went to LA for my birthday, and I actually went to the Drake and Kanye concert by myself, all solo. Just because I'm like, I told myself I'm not waiting on nobody else. At that point in time, when I found out I could do a solo trip, also I could fly anywhere by myself now.
Yeah, because we miss him too. I was talking to my cousin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we miss my dad too. Solo trips, that's nothing. How was that for you?
Oh, it was incredible. You want to know why? Because I had to worry about nobody but myself. Okay. Nobody but myself.
Okay. Yeah. I think because I take myself out on dates. I do that. Mm-hmm. I go to a restaurant and sit down and have some drinks and dinner or whatever. And sometimes I don't usually have to pay for the dinner because somebody will see me sitting by myself and like just pay for my dinner.
H's.
But that's not here there. But trips, I do want to start. Shut up. But trips, I do want to start taking them by myself, though. Because waiting on other people, and some people probably don't want to go the same places you want to go. Some people probably don't want to do the same things you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And when you got a lot of people with you, you can't do everything. And I want to try to get as much. But you know what? I've never been out of the country. That's what I want to do.
Go out of the country. Well, I'm gonna tell you this: go out of the country with somebody first.
Yeah. That's what. I'm not just gonna go out of the country by myself. I might not come back. But
yeah, exactly. Go out of the country with somebody first before you.
But I do want to go out of the country
by myself.
I do want to go out of the country. I do.
It's a beautiful thing.
I do. I just don't know where I want to go yet, but I do want to go. So, yeah, that's But back to the fabulous life of Walter. I be talking. Back to the fabulous life of Walter. Do you have any regrets or anything that you would do again?
There's a couple things I would do again. No, I'm fucking with you. No, I mean, I have no regrets because that's where I'm at now. I learned if you have regrets, that means you ain't learned your mistakes. I have no regrets. I do regret losing my dad, but I had nothing to do with that.
You had nothing to do with that. We live to die.
I do regret not being.
We live to die.
Exactly. I do regret not being there with my friends when I could have been the one that said, "Don't do it this way." He in jail for life, but at the same time, I could have been in jail with life too if things would have happened a certain way. So, end of the day, I can't say I have regrets.
Yeah,
there are
because it's
times where
passport time. Yeah, it's time for me to get a passport. I don't have one. I'm a good one. I'm
wait, you don't
embarrassed.
got a passport?
I'm
You
embarrassed
ain't
to
got a
say it.
passport?
I'm embarrassed to say. You ain't gotta keep saying it.
Hey, hit me up. We gonna work on that for you.
Look.
We gonna work on that together. I got you.
But I'm gonna say, y'all know I'm open book. Yeah, your girl ain't got a passport because I never seen a reason to have one. So, but now that I want to go,
Always a reason to have one.
Now that, because I used to be scared to fly. I used to be scared to fly. So they just got me on the plane these past few years. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the years I've been living, they just got me on the plane. And then the last plane experience I had got so high and drunk, I passed out in the airport. Because I'm scared to fly. So it's just
So take you either an edible, a 20 milligram edible.
I did.
Or take
I
Xanax.
did. That's what I did.
But you can't be drinking with it. You can't drink with it either, though. You can't be drunk and high.
To knock me out.
You can't be drunk and high.
I wanted to be completely knocked out on that flight.
You supposed to take. When did you take the edible?
So what had happened was, and my friends didn't know. That's the crazy part. So when I passed out on them, they didn't know what to do because they didn't know that I was drunk.
Wow.
So this is where I'm gonna tell you the story. Okay. So this is when we went to Houston. And at the time, this was around this time. It was around this time. So last year in Milwaukee, it was cold. And in Houston around this time, it's warm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking that we're taking the Milwaukee flight. I didn't know because I didn't book the tickets. My friend booked our tickets.
Yeah.
So I didn't know we was leaving out of Chicago.
Oh.
So I took the edibles before I left for the airport. And when I made it to the airport, the edibles started to kick in a little bit, but they weren't kicking in fast enough. So I drank some Douce. And I don't even drink Douce. But that's all I had at the time. So by the time I made it to Houston, it was hot. I had on a sweatshirt. And we're running through the airport. We're moving in fast motion. And I'm hot. I'm high. And I'm fucking drunk. Now we get there. And all I remember is just standing there. And then I woke up. And everybody looking over me.
So you fell out. You ain't even.
I passed completely out.
Oh, you was faded.
In Houston. They were so fucking scared. They didn't know what to fucking do because again, they didn't know I was fucking hot and drunk.
You got to let them know. Look, you got to let them wait. When you hold on, this is what me and my friends always when we on a trip. One of us, if one of us like, hey, I took this. You in charge today. Like we each have a day. I'm gonna tell you this. We each have a day where we like have permission to get totally fucked up, and then the other person you gotta look out after them. Like we was in Atlanta one time, and my guy, he's like, man, I like it was like a group of 5 of us. He's like, man, I took something. He said I took some Molly. I said, oh shit, because Molly. If anybody ever took Molly, they know Molly don't. It ain't just a one day thing. Mm-hmm. Molly, you fucked it that first day, but then it also you gotta stay drinking water throughout the rest of the days because it's gonna fuck with you. So he took the Molly the one day, and he was like, and we all knew like he gonna be the designated motherfucker that's fucked up. He gonna
Right.
be fucked up. We all gotta watch him. But if he never told us, we'd have been like, what the fuck is he all laid out for?
Right.
As each day passed, he got better. So the first day we knew he was totally fucked up. Second day he was good. But each day each one of us was making sure he was straight.
Yeah, because I was fucked up. But look, that's why I never got the passport to go out of the country, because I'm afraid to fly. Now imagine me being like that, flying 3 to 4 hours, let alone 15 hours. You know what I'm saying?
But you think about this: you would have passed out and you would have woke up, you'd have been straight. 15 hours, you'd have been woke up. Now you hungry, and they give you food and shit. So you'd have been straight. Woke up, give me some water. I need some water. I need some.
Right.
You be straight. You might be better off just taking a Xanax. Take a Xanny before you get on flights, because edibles clearly had you fucked up.
Man, they had look. And that's the crazy part about it. Like, I'm scared to fly, but I want to fly. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so scared to do it. Like, I'm so, like, literally, I have an anxiety attack when I get in that air. Like, I'll be like, oh Lord. And don't let the plane be jerky. Oh my God. Oh my God. I be over with it.
No, but that's crazy because what was this? I want to say I was flying back. Where I was flying back from? Was it LA? I'm flying back from LA. LA, that's a 4-hour flight. So 3 hours, 45-minute flight. So at one point in time, it's shaking. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm by myself. So I'm like, you know what? Hey, this is where my faith can. I said, hey, God, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go.
Look,
I'm not going to be scared on this joint. Like, I'm the
most friendliest person on the plane. You can, Lord, the Lord don't hear from me as much as he hears from me as much as I'm on that plane. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I pray from the time I board that joker, strap in my seatbelt till we pull off, till the whole time we in the air.
Hey, I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm telling you, I'd be the same way. So, but I'm cool any other time. I play some music or some movies on my phone. But as soon as the shit start happening, I'm like, oh, I grab this. Like I'm not scared to fly, but you feel that turbulence. It's a whole different feeling. You're like, oh, okay. Oh, you know what, God? Hey, you got me. But also, I always pray before I even leave. I always ask for God, traveling graces before I even leave. But still, when we in the air and we feeling this, I'm like, oh, okay, God, you got me, right? You got me. You got me. Just make sure we good. But whatever your will is, hey, I'm with it. But hey, you got me, right? So
cause I'm not scary. Yeah, I'm scary because I ain't tough. Look, I'm tough as hell. I'm tough, but certain things I'm scared as shit. And that plane, I'm a real punk ass bitch. I ain't even lie to you.
You know why? You wanna know why? Because you a person that likes control. You gotta have control. If you don't have control, you ain't fucking with. You like, damn, I can't control this motherfucker flying this plane. I don't even see what's going on.
Correct. I can control my car. See, when I'm driving, I don't just drive for me. I drive for other folks too. Like I don't pull off right at a light because you know how Milwaukee is. There's a lot of high speed there. Sometimes you gotta wait and look when that light turn green. You gotta wait and look.
Baselining. They be baselining like a motherfucker. They be zoom right on that red light. I said nope. It was funny because I almost got hit the last time I was in Milwaukee. So I'm a driver, right? My stupid ass happened to be on the phone because the text message come through. I'm just going on a regular green light. Car almost hit me. I said, fuck, oh, stupid. I'm supposed to wait 5 seconds.
You're supposed to wait at that light. Milwaukee, you have to, I'm going to tell y'all, because my cousin then was visiting one time. And we rolled up on the high-speed chase. Rolled up. So happened I was slowing down, but as I was slowing down, that car came, flew. The police came, flew. I was like, they like, is that yeah, this is normal.
It's normal. That shit is normal. And that shit is normal.
Yeah, so you know, when you got a little more, even though they say more accidents happen in the car, I know that more accidents happen in the car than in the plane. But also too is when Osama now, when Osama and them folks.
And you worry, look, is they gonna bomb me next? Look, is we gonna fly into a building? Look, you over there, you. But once again, that's control.
I swore I would never get on a plane after that. But now that I want to travel, it's just like my anxiety gets so much. I get so like anxious and scared. I ain't never been so scared. And man, I've been in drive-bys. That shit.
I forgot you.
I'm so fucking scared.
Look,
my
I totally
heart
forgot
really
you was
drops
a
in my
vice lord.
My heart drops to my
so
stomach.
Wait, you a full-fledged if look, affiliated with a gang, but airplanes? Airplanes is what you worried about? You fully affiliated.
I know that shit is backward as fuck. But I'm scared.
That is funny as hell.
I'm fucking scared. I ain't even lie. Oh my goodness, can't no but grab. Ain't nothing but him grab your ass. Look. And that's why I say roller coasters and shit. I don't do that shit. Literally, like when I go, cause you can fall out of that shit. What if the belt breaks? Literally, people have to beg me to get on that shit. Like they like, why would you go to Six Flags? You don't want to get on nothing. You got to get on. You got. 1 year, my sister and them took me to Six Flags. All of us went to Six Flags, and we was like, okay, all of us gonna get on all the rides. And I said, all of who? Who? Because I only do the teacup.
But my question is to you, but you know what's the similarities in those situations? You have no control. That's the underlying issue. You have no control over those. You ain't got control over something. You ain't fucking with it. You ain't look. You gotta look at the underlying issue. The underlying issue is you don't have control. Somebody else. It's a motherfucker downstairs at the bottom of the roller coaster, pulling and pulling levers, and you don't trust him because you ain't going to pull levers. It ain't me pulling it. Fuck you. I ain't going on there.
Because I just feel like if you don't have control, something can happen. I feel like I should be in control of my destiny.
No, that shit
unless God say, now I can't prevent God from saying, but I'm not finna make it easier for a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I get that now, but that's for us to be that way. I get that. I'm not gonna be out here. I'm not gonna be here 4 a.m. just walking around in the middle of Chicago, on the south side of Chicago. Like, hey, what's happening? That's stupid shit.
I'm not just gonna be out here just. Now, as a kid, when I was doing the shit I was doing, I wasn't paying attention. Shit. I wasn't going nowhere. You know, us being in the street, you know, we wasn't thinking about traveling and shit, and doing none of that shit. We wasn't even going outside of the city, let alone the country and shit like that. We weren't even into like going to do roller coasters and shit. We were doing illegal ass bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that was normal for me. So I had control of the situations I was been in, but you know, a straight bullet, I put myself in them situations. I didn't think about that shit then. But now that I'm older and things, I just feel like God, I know we're here to die. I don't know how I'm gonna go, but guess what? I'm controlling not being easy for me to, you know what I'm saying, the best way that I can. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like motherfuckers be like, oh, if you go walk out your door, something can happen. Yes, something can happen, but I don't walk outside my door without my pistol. I don't walk outside the door without it being cocked. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So if somebody try to come for me, they better hope I don't get them first. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be, you ain't get me without a fight. But you, and the funniest thing is, you're right about that, because me growing up, I didn't have no insight of what my life was gonna be past 25.
Mm-hmm.
When I after 25 was when I actually started planning for my life. So after 25, I was like, you know what? Okay, by 28, I want to buy a house. By 30, I want to have another kid. So it was that to that point where I was like, okay, I'm living my life. I even put like even the status back in the day. I'm old as fuck. So back on Facebook, I said, oh, I made it past 25. I'm passing this. I can't even talk. The statistic. So it is at that point, it's like, okay, I can actually live life now. And that's a fucked up ass way to think, but that's how it was. And that's
right. Yeah, and that's true.
I'm happy.
That is so true. That's true. And you ain't speaking nothing but the truth, because that's the life expectancy of Black men today. You don't make it past 25.
Yeah.
Now, is when you have sons, like you have sons, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I have sons. You know, how do you can't control once they get to a certain age the life that they live.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like with my sons, I spoke on this a couple weeks ago with my sons. I don't know if you watched that episode, but me and my sons, my sons went through a rough patch in their life. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was blamed for the patch. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, if you did this, if you did this, it took my sons to let me know it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying?
Because of their life.
You know,
it's them.
It was them, you know, but the people are not. This is when I stopped caring what other people thought about me. You know what I'm saying? Because people will make you feel horrible about your mothering, about the way you live your life, about the kind of job you have, the kind of house you live in, the way you dress, the way you wear your hair. They will make you feel horrible. And you try to achieve all these things and do all these things to appease a motherfucker that don't help you do shit.
Exactly.
So I stopped caring what people think. I'm unapologetic about the way I live. I'm unapologetic about the way I live my life. I'm unapologetic about the things I say, because at the end of the day, I just feel like if you ain't paying no bills over here, why should I give a fuck about what you think? And that goes for my family. I don't give a fuck. That goes for my friends. Y'all have y'all opinions, that's fine, but I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? But that goes for people I don't know and people I do know. You know what I'm saying? Unless, you know, we talk about it and then you speak it, oh, okay, you right. Because I'm the type of person that take accountability too. Now, if I'm fucked up, I'm fucked up. Now, me and you not got into some shit a few times.
Oh, without a doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
And you put me in my place and we explain and we go from there.
But we both take accountability. You know what I'm saying? We both apologize. You know, if I'm fucked up, I fucked up. If you fucked up, I apologize, and you apologize, and we going on about our business. I'm that person. We gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But how do you keep your family life separate from, like, okay, the outside family? Somebody said on TikTok yesterday, never let the family you came from destroy the family that you made.
Ooh, that's kind of deep. That even goes into marriage. Never let outsiders affect your marriage. Like we was always like everybody else, like as people, period. We always are influenced by our friends. When you get married, your friends is the outer sector. Your inner sector is you and your wife, and then whoever's under you and your wife. So your kids. From that point, the only one that you are abided to, the person that you are for, is your wife and your kids. Everybody else, that all that outside shit is done. You don't tell your business to the outside world. You don't let other people influence what's going on inside your marriage, or even your kids. Because a lot of times people want us to fit to the status quo, to how they think we should live. And that's my life. My life, look, what you eat don't make me shit. So that's not gonna work. So it comes down to me making sure me and mine is good. And even speaking of my sons, I make sure to let them know about the real world. So with my oldest, he's 18. So he gonna feel like he can do whatever he wants. But what I did is I prepped him along the way. So I help him understand credit, help him understand how to make money outside of just work, help him understand about passive income. So what we had to do, it's even like even spoken in the word, train up a child so they know who God is. So basically, if you train up a child, they might leave, but they're gonna come back to what they know. So as long as you prep them and you teach them and you do your job as a parent up to the point where they feel like they feel like they want to be on their own. That's on you.
You're right.
You
They
can't feel
always
bad.
come back. They always come back. See, they got one right there. You know, they go out and do what they go out and live in them streets, and you know, when they teenagers and they get into trouble and stuff like that, and they feel like we don't know what we're talking about, and they just feel like, you know, mama, but you always come back to mama, and then you come back with your head on your shoulders. You're doing what you're supposed to do, and everything I told you to do in the first place, you're doing that.
Yeah. But it's all about that. It's like as long as you teach them, they're gonna know. Like if you plant the knowledge, the knowledge is still gonna be there. The knowledge ain't gonna go away. It's gonna still be there. Now if they apply it, or when they apply it, is up to them. It's not what we did is our part, is we teach them. When they apply it, is up to them. It's their life. Like all we have to do is teach them up as much as we can and prepare them for this real life, this real shit that's going on outside, and understanding that you being black, or you being a minority, you gonna get caught up a lot sooner than these white motherfuckers.
Do you feel like it's a difference between a man raising a son than a mother?
Without a doubt. Like I said, and that's coming from personal experience. I was raised by my mom. So my dad was in my life.
Most men are raised by women.
Exactly. So
do you think that's the problem with the men today?
I don't think that's a problem. I just
because they act like women. They act like.
Like I said, I don't think it's a problem.
They whine.
I'm gonna say this.
They got
I don't think
female
it's a
tendencies.
problem. You gonna keep going. You gonna keep going. No, it's not a problem. It's an addition. When a man raises a man, not only he knows empathy from a woman, he actually knows sternness. He actually knows being a man, as far as being someone that knows what they need and knows what they want, and trying to be a leader as well. So it's not just a subtraction. When you have your mother, a mother has empathy and sympathy and that emotional connection. A man is able to actually teach you, okay, you need to be a leader. You need to do this. There's certain things, that's an addition that makes a child become a man. So it's sad to say, hey, you know, it's wrong if a woman just knows. It's an addition to the fact. We need to understand, like, hey, because a lot of times there are single women that raise these boys, but a man needs to be in the life as well of these boys as well. It shouldn't be one or the other. It should be both. There's different parts of both the mother and the father that the kids to check in and make their qualities and make them their traits, so then they can become a productive human being later in life.
Okay, I got another question before we close out too. What do you think about the saying, "I want a woman to be my piece"? Okay, so let's go here. Men say I want a woman to be my piece is men saying I don't want a woman to speak up about the bullshit that you not put that woman through. I just want her to shut up and suck dick and make burritos and not say anything about me out here doing me and not taking accountability, not catering to her just as well as she catering to you, not doing things that a husband's supposed to, or a boyfriend or whatever, a relationship, whatever y'all want to call it these days, supposed to do. How was your feelings on that?
All right, so that's a loaded question because you added all that to it. So first of all, let me break this down. I'm not gonna bring the piece up yet. First of all, we're going back to the actual relationship. If you dealing with all this different shit and you arguing every day, Khalil, daddy's in a meeting. Yes, he can. I got 5 minutes, baby. Yeah. See, look. So
that's why I said let me close. I had you too long.
Yeah, no, it's fine. There's a lot of, so basically it comes down with the relationship first. It has to be communication. It has to be communication first of all in the midst of that. So if y'all arguing, you can't hold accountability, you can't do this, you can't do that. If y'all steady arguing, then you're not gonna have peace in the home. A man saying he wants his woman to be his peace, a man deal with a lot of shit in the world. The world is not for, especially a black man, the world is not for a black man. The world is against a black man. And not even that, the world is against a black woman too. It's
I was gonna say
so
that
if we
too.
go out in the world.
I was wondering was you gonna say that, but I know you, so I knew you was gonna say it, but okay. I didn't have to say it, but I know you. I know what type of man you are, so you know the right shit to say.
So with that being said, I just know by experience. You know, I'm it's my whole thing is as black folks, we need to understand when we go out in the streets in the world, that shit is against us out the gate. Mm-hmm. So we need to be each other's peace. Our house should be our inner sanctum. It should be peace in our house. When we come home, we should be able to vent to each other. We should be able to say, hey, how you doing? You want a massage? And that's to each other. Because we deal with so much shit out in the world, I shouldn't have to come home and be I gotta argue now. The same thing with a woman. Oh, I gotta deal with this nigga. He being dirty and his feet all stinking and shit. And then
right.
it
goes both ways. We both want peace. So both us need to create the peace. This is just not a one-sided thing. It has to be both. You can't create havoc in my life and then expect peace in yours. That ain't the way that shit works.
That shit and that would create so much tension and so much stress in that relationship. It would destroy it because that's why people be like it's toxic. It's toxic because y'all not communicating in the first place. Y'all not holding each other accountable in the first place. Y'all not coming home and understanding home is the safe place.
Do you think with your with everything y'all got going on in y'all life, by y'all being separate like y'all is and then coming back together, it helps, right?
Without a doubt, yeah.
Being away from each other and stuff like that.
Because the heart yearns when you are away.
So
when you're away from somebody, your heart yearns.
Would you rather? Is it best to work with your wife, like in business, or y'all rather keep that separate?
See, it's different for me because I handle all the finances. I handle everything. So, like my wife has a Mary Kay business. I handle all the books for that shit. So it's easy.
You an accountant. This is not a question.
Exactly.
You an accountant, of course.
So it's easy, but it's a delegation of what you're doing. So she handles what she does out there, and then I handle the books.
Oh, okay.
It's simple as that. It's real simple shit, and it's easy because here's a spreadsheet. I need you to do it for the month. I need you to do the expenses for the month. Bet I got it. Oh, we got to pay the taxes. Okay, bet got it. And it's easy because she doesn't have to worry about the money. Mm. Money just comes in, and then she also has a job. So everything happens. It's organically, and that's what we have to understand. We have to have shit organically happen between us. Because if we force the shit, and you like, oh, let's start buying houses together, and neither one of you don't have a delegation of duties, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing over here, you know what the fuck you're doing over here, it's gonna be some clashing because y'all gonna be bumping heads on what should I do? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So it's about knowing what your place is. At the end of the day, this is a whole nother subject. So men always talk about how they want a woman to submit and how it goes to the word. We want a woman to submit, but at the same time, it also states that a man should love his wife as Jesus loved the church. Jesus died for the church. So if you love your wife to the point that you're willing to die for her, then she would naturally submit to you because you are a natural leader. Because you're going to love her to the point where you're going to be like, you know what?
And the crazy part about it is, what men don't understand is we automatically submit. We automatically submit to those who do what they're supposed to do as a man. And you don't even have to ask. We fall into that. Like, people with me think, oh, you too tough. You will never, woo. You don't know what I would do for the right man.
I've seen the softest side of you.
Huh?
I've seen the softest side of you. Exactly. So I know how that works.
You know, exactly. People close to me have really seen the soft side of me, you know? And it's crazy because you my friend though, but some people take advantage of my soft side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so and it that pisses me off. That really burns my shit because
but then it makes you harden in that. It makes you harden in those situations because you already, like, a person has, like, they take advantage because they take your kindness for weakness.
All the time. And
that makes you hard, and that hardens you up in that situation. So the next person comes around, you're gonna be like, I ain't
exactly. Like, nigga, this ain't that. You know, but hey, that's a whole nother story. I'm gonna let you get to your family. I thank you so much for doing this.
Anytime.
I appreciate you for making up the time or whatever.
And I will come and I'm welcome to, hey, just tell me whenever I come back, I'll come back and do it for my
Did you enjoy it?
For the real reason. I did. You know, I'm talking to them, so that don't
you did good. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. I love you as always.
I love you too.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Talking Cheap with Kiana J. I am your host, Kiana J. If nobody told you, I'm gonna tell you, I love you. Bye.
What's my theme music? Let's get to the facts, you know something cheap. I'm gonna fuck that reckless shit, being in my bag, bitch. I'm doing real fine.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What the fuck is you talking
Who
about?
the hell is Kiana, Tommy?
Kiana who?
Oh, you dumb now? You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know no fucking Kiana, man.